Hello everyone and welcome back to Yosemite Valley. Today with a little tour of the finished African area. So yeah, it's Wednesday, it's hump day, it's my day, so to say, it's the camel day. And today we are going to have a look what we created over the last couple of months, I have to say. So this is also a little catch-up episode before on the weekend I'm going to proceed with actually doing some real cool stuff in this file. So I have built a whole lot of stuff in the last couple days. I've changed a few things according to your feedback. It basically was only fulfilling feedback, so that's kind of cool, and we'll get onto that. But for today, we're going to have a look at the African area, and we talk about the upcoming DLC, because at this point, I think it's fair to say that there will be a DLC. Everything is kind of coming together. The leaks from the official Frontier video, then there is a SteamDB entered. Yes, be careful here, because I keep saying that, and I will always stand by that. SteamDB doesn't tell shit. Like, the thing is, SteamDB does only tell you that there is some work happening. Full stop. There's not much more. But now, taking all the other stuff together, it kind of brings us to the conclusion that there has to be something. And to be honest, for me personally, the biggest reason of them all is that we are having Christmas rather soon. Well, in fact, recording this on the 24th of November, it's exactly in 1 month's time, there is a new DLC, there's Christmas. And if I were a company that produces goods, okay, not even games, but goods, and I have the chance to get into Christmas business, I would do so, right? So here we go. There will be DLC upcoming. We can speculate about that. We can whatever. But the fact is that we have to get ready for that. And I want to include this into Yosemite and then finish it off and give it to you guys. Maybe as a present. I have no idea when exactly the DLC will launch if I'm quick enough. But if I can do it, Yosemite Valley will be releasing the full Yosemite Valley on 24th of December. How cool is that? I really hope you guys are excited for that. Now I am. But now let's start the tour. I've already talked 2 minutes before we actually look at stuff. So yeah, this is the African area of Yosemite Valley. We come out of the aquarium over here, and we're going to take first of all... I'm going to take first of all the route to the elephants. This is over here because I did some changes here. So this is where the elephants are. So you can go to a viewing platform on this right hand side. I'm just going to storm here first of all to show you guys. So this is the viewing platform, and you can see that this offers a view inside the rest of Yosemite. The redone little water area, which is now having the concrete bottom and stuff like that. And then we have this open field. There you can see the elephants running around, which is kind of cool. They're living in here, and with the wonderful panorama of Half Dome in the back, like, sidelines were kind of a thing here. But now moving back, you can see that there are some stairs you can climb up, which we will do. Just going to take those stairs up here. And then there are also some views from inside, but at the moment there is no one inside. You can see it's rather simple, not really that big of a thing. You have like a little pit in here where they can sleep. And then we have some shutters in order to make sure that in the summertime, when animals are outside anyways, you don't want to have them... Excuse me. You don't want to have all these people inside, so you could shut the doors and give the elephant some privacy. That's the whole deal about this. And then there's also another way you can take over here. It's kind of a little labyrinth and like a maze. That's the English word for it. The little German in me came through. And then you have another wonderful view of the elephant here. Look at that. But then you can go down into this tunnel, having like another view over here. It's rather nice, but then you can go through the tunnel, and then you have the underwater viewing. If one of those is taking a bath, you can actually see that over here. And if we leave this area, you are greeted with one elephant pooping right in front of you. Oh, that's a typical Rudy video now. How cool is that? Thank you so much, little elephant. Yeah, so this is where we are over here. And if we move back, you can already see, before we go into the new area, which we will go in a bit, we are going to take the left-hand side route because we're now in the actual African smaller animals area. My English is so broken today. On the right-hand side, we are greeting the mandrills, as you can see over here. So mandrills are chilling in their habitat. You can actually have a nice glimpse over... Oops, there you go. You can see them in the back scratching their heads. They also don't know what I'm doing over here. This weird guy talking so much, sitting here and talking. And you guys can already try to note down which is your favorite African animal habitat in Yosemite, because I really want to know which one is the is the best habitat for you, even though not all of them are obviously filled. But then on the left-hand side, we have one desire. There's this habitat is speaking full desire. This is the yeah, that's kind of a fictional habitat, and this is for meerkats actually. So yeah, they would live in here. They would have a lot of stuff to dig some holes, you know, to kind of go below ground, go into the little pits and stuff. And then there is someone living in here, as you can see. There's a little capuchin monkey in, because size-wise, I thought that would fit just nice. But it's like a little bit fake for the moment, obviously. But yeah, I'm still very happy about this habitat. I feel like this is something you could see in the zoo. It's rather big even for them, so it's kind of cool. They can burrow down here quite a lot. And then we even had this little detail of these heat lamps, because these animals obviously need quite a bit of heat. And so we have these lampposts over here stretched out through the habitat, so the animals would have some heat, which is kind of cool. And then we have another habitat on this hand side, and we are back at the point where we started. You can see in the little cave over here, there's another little heater, and that is wonderful. This is the Fennec fox habitat, and I'm really like, this would be an African animal I would love to see in the game. I think this would be one of those animals which do not require that much work. Well, don't get me wrong, they all require loads of work, but not that much work as like a new mechanic, like hopefully diving that we are going to see soon, or like in general, like having aquatic animals or birds and stuff like that. The Fennec fox would be like a wonderful addition that you can basically build off on existing animals in the game already. It's kind of a little mixture of a, you know, a fox, obviously, like a dog and fox, something in between cat, and yeah, it's basically from the rigging and the animal. I guess they have already quite a lot in. The model, of course, needs to be done, but then again, this would be super cool to have in here. So yeah, people also had some cool ideas to use some babies. We could also use some, I don't know, African wild dog babies in here maybe. What also could be cool, I don't know, the babies of the Arctic wolf also look kind of similar in a way, like, you know, still very much different, but a tiny bit like that. On the left hand side over here, we're gonna not look into this. This is the kangaroo habitat. It's not really African though. But then on this hand side, we have the big ape house. So I'm not going to go that route, because that's going to change, but you can already tell the little chapel over here. So why is that? Oh, I've hidden something in there to make people go up there. There's a little vending machine. I just wanted to make the people go up so they have a look at the views. Look at the view here. Oh, I love that. Looks so cool. Okay, well, we turn around here, and yeah, so the view of, I know that this is still a bit of a pinnacle in your guys' eyes. I know that loads of people still don't like the modern appeal of this build, but I gotta say, like, I still love it. I have some ideas how I can spice it up a little bit, but I think most of it I do like. So I'm not gonna change it too much. I'm sorry. At the end of the day, it's my project as well, so I'm gonna keep it the way it is. But just the interior looks. Oh God, Haribo. My God, you did a fantastic job. For those of you who don't know, I didn't build this one. This entire ape house was done by Mr. Haribo for me. Well, actually, he built this as like a recreation of a real ape house, and then he slightly changed it to retrofit it, so to say, into Yosemite. And here you can see something real cool with the gorillas, and you have to get the chapel in the back. Oh my God, this view over here, I've never seen that. That's kind of cool with the chapel. This has some serious thumbnail potential, guys. I did not see that. Sorry, I'm just going to go in here. I'm gonna come back later and see, but this is also kind of cool that they do have this way to get in, and then they can just go through their habitat and find some stuff. So I mean, being it a really close to real life example, it obviously gives you a great impression of how zoos really do it. But I mean, I love how big of an area they have. I think it was Zoo Leipzig, wasn't it? I'm not sure if it was that one or Berlin. I don't know. I don't want to make any kind of false promises or whatever. I just recognize that this might be something from real life, and then yeah, I forgot what it was. Oh, I love this view over here. Gonna definitely take that, I guess, as a screenshot. Never mind. So if we go further, right hand side we missed something, and this is, I don't know, anyone in here? Not really though. Oh, there's someone. Look at that. This is the bonobo habitat. Oh god, you can't really tell, right? Because of the window. That kind of blocks the view a little bit. There you go. There are the guys just chilling in here. Kind of cool. But yeah, let's take this route over here to the other side because it's very, very amazing. I really love this one. It's just ridiculously big, to be honest. That's really cool. Really, really cool. I love this building. It's like, it's so light flooded. You have all these headlights and stuff. It's, man, yeah, it just looks good. I think I want to keep it this way and just do some tweaks to the outside to make it a bit more Yosemite-ish, vibe-ish, you know, use some more stone, some more wood, but I guess this is all we do. And then, yeah, you can see that we have changed things up here a little bit. I don't know if you guys have even seen that because it was in the time-lapse, but it wasn't like in the time-lapse easy to spot because we've done most of it on stream. So in case you guys don't know, I know and by now everyone should know, but I am very regularly actually at the moment streaming on Twitch. So mostly the days are Monday, Wednesday and Thursday at the moment. You know, it's always subject to change, but at the moment it's kind of the schedule. And I'm doing mostly on Monday Minecraft. Sometimes I go on afterwards with Planet Zoo. On Wednesday it's Planet Zoo time. On Thursday it's also mostly Planet Zoo time. And the Wednesday one is pretty old, pretty late. So around 11 p.m. ish Central European time. And Thursdays depends on the fact if my wife is here or not. This Thursday, which is tomorrow, she's here, so that means I'm gonna stream later. And yeah, so that's going to be it. But yeah, if you guys are interested, the link is down below in the description, as always. You can just grab it from there and then visit me there. Just like that, you know, you can just jump in, just like that one. And then we're gonna have some fun in the stream. There are also some pretty cool things in the works right now. Just, you know, I don't want to overhype it, but I'm working on some stuff for the members in Twitch and subs only, which is, you know, the members of Twitch. And that there's a little reward for you. I'm gonna do some exclusives on the Discord channel to make that one also be a bit more exciting for you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to take the route over here because this is where the African habitat stables are, and there's a particular reason why you cannot look into the habitat from this side. So in order of the zoo design, I didn't want to take away from this habitat. So the Bonobo outside area is really cool, and I want the people to have the time and also the focus on this habitat while they're, you know, walking over here. So on this side, this is where you come from. Not the land down under. Well, technically you can come because there's also the Australian area, but then you just cross through the African part and then you take this little road here along the seaside or lakeside, so to say, and then you just enter this area over here, which is the first little peak of the African animal habitat, which we're going to have like a way better view of, but it's just like you really have to get close to here to spot anything. It's just like a little tease. It's not more, but also not less. And if you go to the left-hand side, this is like the backstage area. You can even see like a little room over here from the staff members, and you know, just having these stables. You can't really tell what else is in, but it's kind of cool because it's looking really nice and it's some backstage area. Really cool. And then on the left hand side you have to concentrate on the bonobos. Now that's about it. And if we go further, and that's it for now with the ape area, but we can take the stairs up here. Look at that. And then we go around the corner and then we go up. And then we are over here greeted by a little bit of a shop area, which I am still quite in love with because I love this one. It's one of my better looking little food court areas because it's just, I think this kind of is pretty realistic for the area around here. So you have got 3 different little shops where you can grab some stuff. Maybe we need some awnings here though. That's something I'm maybe not really happy with right now. But yeah, and then you have a little bit of a little bit is good, but you have some benches over here to sit down. And I mean, just look at that panorama. Just look at that. Just imagine sitting down here and then, I don't know, well, is this a snake? No, wait, I think it's the first time in my entire Planet Zoo life that I recognize that this is like a Pegasus, right? Isn't that a Pegasus? I've never noticed that. For me, it was always like the classical bench. I've never really looked too close to the bench. Oh my lord. Okay, but yeah. By the way, one thing I need to mention: this ugly mountain thing in the back is going to change dramatically. It's not done yet. That's one of the things I still need to do. But the rest, and I've not really talked about this too much, but that one is already changed, and the only thing I need to do is grab some of my lovely woodwork, rock work, and just scrap that against the wall to make it look even better. And then that's also fixed, because I still like some very nicely done mountains more than this weird, I don't know, stuff. You know, that was from the beginning. I was still a baby and still bad at that. Okay. Yeah. And while we have grabbed some stuff here, you can go some further, and then you can see yourself in this viewing gallery over here, which is for the giraffes especially, but there's some raised feeders, and then hopefully if that's filled in, you know, the giraffes will come over here and have a little eat, and then you can actually spot them from over here. But you also have the chance to have a good look into the habitat already. It's pretty big, as you can see, pretty open. They have like a water area in the back. You can see some buffaloes, you can see some rhinos. Obviously, I know it's the Indian rhino, but we don't have the African rhinos in here, so now I gotta have to, you know, just use what we have. That's how it is. All right, now let's just go further, and I'm especially proud of this because, you know, I try to be Mike. I'm saying it the way it is. I try to be Mike and build with levels. You can see and from over here, you can actually tell that there is this little sneaky way going down as well from the ape house. So you have a lot of layers. You've got a lot of nature work in between. It's just looking very natural, I guess. You can't really see things too much, but you can see them glimpsing through the lush nature. A bit of an open spot here. Maybe we have to fit in some more stuff. And as we go higher, you know, the pathway is leading us to this wonderful view where you're like greeted with this massive half dome. I mean, it's still ridiculous to think that all of this has been in my head from the very beginning of this. I'm gonna talk about this a bit more when we zoom out of Tangent Cam, but it just feels so incredible now that I see it, that this works out. And my God, have I put in the check mark to make them not break down. This is annoying AF. But just opening up this view over here is just exactly what I wanted to create. I really hope for those people who know and have been to Yosemite, please let me know in the comments down below if this captures the essence of it. Like I don't know how many pictures of Yosemite I have kind of inherited, I want to say, but like I've really sucked them all up. I just browsed through all of it, and I wanted to capture the essence of it. Obviously, I did not remake it because Half Dome did not work out the way I wanted it, but I think it's enough to make it really iconic for in here, but it's, you know, by far not how it should look in real life. But I mean, I'm just quite happy, you know, and I changed a few things, and this is how it ended up. It's just one of the big things about the zoo. It's not the zoo that shines, it's the nature around and everything together that shines, and this is exactly the idea. But yeah, as we made it and you stopped looking at this insane massive rock over here that hopefully catches your attention, you are again greeted by a little picnic area. So the idea is that you grab some food down there, you continue your way up, and then there is this little food and eating area. And besides, the idea was that the parents could potentially just chill and relax a little bit over here, while the kids are definitely standing over here and just, you know, go hype about what they can spot in here, because there's a lot going on. You've got your ostriches, you've got buffaloes, you've got the rhinos, you've got the zebra, and you've got also the giraffes running around, and some antelopes. It's really like, it is a lot going on in this habitat, and I'm very happy with how that turned out. I mean, the looks of it, everything is just great. It just worked out, and I'm very, as you can hopefully tell, I'm just very happy how it worked out. I love also the viewing over here. It's looking not too massive. You can see one of the apes just jumping in the back again. And yeah, the one thing I really love about this zoo by now, it is so lush. You can see, look at this. It's just looking like a panorama. By the way, this lighting is just bad right now because it's so dark, but normally you have this in light as well, which looks even better. Yeah, but you know, if we go further, and I'm gonna not pay too much attention to the broken stuff there, we have this way sneak itself down the hill a little bit more. To the left, we have the wonderful train track going over here. She's even looking at it. She's still finding that amazing. And then as you go down, you're crossing that bridge, which, by the way, is finished by now. The railing and stuff is in here, not done, but it is finished. Let me let me tell you, we are not falling down. Or we could now, but we are not. No, we're just not doing that. But yeah, you have this wonderful view, and then again, you see there are the giraffe. Oh, I thought she was like dragging on something, but this is just like, that was just perspective. Is she pooping for us again? Or is it a he? I can't tell, but you know, giraffes is for me pretty, I think it is a she, but I'm not sure. Oh, he's proving that up again. Really good work. So yeah, this is what we've done. And I see already this is a save file I shouldn't show because we are already a little bit further ahead than I thought. But yeah, that's spoiler ahead, guys, for next episode. I think the fun stuff from over here, you don't even know where this is, which is fun. I'm gonna leave it as it is because you will see on Saturday. That's the next episode coming. And then maybe even on Sunday the next. I have a lot of stuff prepared for Yosemite. So for those of you fans of Yosemite, make sure to check the channel on the weekend. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Also, one thing to mention, I'm also doing a tour of my franchise zoo. Now, knowing that there will be a DLC, I think it's fine to wrap it up with a tour, and then we will kind of push the throttle again as soon as we know what the DLC is, and if we continue the if we can continue the franchise the way we want it, or if I'm going to start a new one because it offers itself to start a new one, who knows. We are going to have to look into that, and I'm going to include you guys into the decision, make a little poll or something. Or if you guys already know, if you're like, whatever it is, Rudy, just make a new one. Let me know in the comments down below. But to end this video properly, I promised you to talk about the leaks and stuff. I'm gonna stand myself up here. You know what? No. We zoom out. We zoom out from over here. Yeah. We zoom. Can I just... Am I still in Tedget Cam? I'm still in Tedget Cam, right? No. No, I'm not anymore. Okay, cool. So, this is the African area. Let's just go over here like this. Ah, look at the wonderful overview. You can't even tell too many animals, but that's fine. There you go. That's wonderful. I'm gonna take a photo of it. Also, before we do, I just wanna... We have winter, guys. Let's put some snow in and make the sun a bit more nicely positioned. There you go. Also, sorry for my voice. Despite the fact there is winter right now, Germany decided to still have spring. Like, we have still way into the 15-ish, 16-ish, 17-ish degrees Celsius, for those of you who have this weird other scale. I have pollen allergy. I just don't know why. It's ridiculous. The last couple of days it was a bit, colder. It was gone. Now, as it is going to be warm on the weekend, it's back in. So I'm sorry for my nosy voice. There's not much more I can do about it. I just gave in. It is the way it is. But now we make it a bit more snowy, but we should make it actually a bit more rainy because we're talking about water. Now, as the leaks showed, and by leaks I mean this video that Frontier had on their official channel, which by itself is already not really a leak. I think it's a whoopsie, a pretty big whoopsie. But what was seen in there are exactly 4 animals, and these 4 animals are pretty exciting. And I'm really saying pretty exciting because that's the truth. Let's start with the most boring one, but not because it's boring per se, but just because it doesn't fit into the row of the other animals. And if you haven't seen it by now, I don't know where you're looking, but this is the sun bear. It's an Asian bear. It's a very cool one. I think I like it. It's cute. It's some kind of dump, but I would love it. It's a different bear, and I would love this bear. Despite the fact we have some bears in the game, I would love to see this bear. But then, now the exciting stuff comes. And 2 of those 3 animals can go in this zoo without even building a new habitat, because we already have a habitat for them. So for those of you who are close followers to the series, they will know that it must be something we have faked. So now let's go through the animals that we have faked. So we have faked the meerkat. It's not the meerkat, no. We faked the Fennec fox. It's not the Fennec fox, no. We've also faked the penguin. And even though I faked the Humboldt penguin, it's not that one, but it is actually the king penguin, which people have seen. And that one is pretty dang cool, because that just, that screams diving to me. Screams. Like, there's no chance you get a penguin that is just swimming on the surface. No. The second one is, and that ties into the animals that we have already in the zoo, It's a gray seal. You know, I've done the harbor seal habitat, but you know, you can easily retrofit it to the gray seal. And oh boy, am I excited, because these both animals are semi-aquatic, but they are spending obviously a huge amount of time in the water. And in fact, it's so cool because these animals are so dang, I don't know, interesting, because it's changing so much. Like, there's nothing in the game right now for these animals, so there has to be some great overhaul in a lot of things. New enrichment items, not just only one, but loads of new enrichment items. Water enrichment items. We need different types of feeders because they eat fish, for example. Maybe, I don't know, I don't want to go too far, but maybe also different kind of keeper behaviors. Loads of cool stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. And yes, we know that the gharial, for example, gets some fish to eat. So yeah, I know, but different. And also, along with that, there is one more animal, and that is the giant otter. And this one is in particular very interesting because it's a little bit less aquatic than the other two, but it's still very aquatic. And I could actually fit that into the habitat that I meant to be for the beaver, but we can actually make that the otter habitat as well. So that would be really cool, and I'm so incredibly happy if that really happens. Now, I don't want to be too happy and too, let's say, hyped about it quite yet, simply because you never know what Frontier really gives us, and I really want to hold back until I see it officially announced on their channel and eventually in my hands, and that's the point where I decide if I'm happy or not, because there is one more thing about this to consider. If they do integrate these animals and they would have a diving mechanic, there's this big elephant in the room, and that is, you know, the question would be, do other animals still not dive? And that would be for me one of the points where please, Frontier, do not put this as an exclusive to the DLC, because that would be, oh my god, I don't even know how I would find that. I would potentially actually give them some feedback on that, because I think if you enable a diving mechanic, there are so many animals in the game that would need this so dramatically, like a polar bear, for example, any types of bear in the game. They swim a lot, they dive a lot, and some other animals like crocs and gharials and stuff, they also dive a lot. So yeah, I mean, it's necessary, and I really hope and I really look forward to having some more news on that. Because at the moment, they've been found in a file browser. No one has seen them yet. No one has seen any animation. But together with the leaks a few months ago, where people found actually some diving hints in the codes, I think it's rather interesting and promising what's happening. And I made this video weeks ago that I think the game would be ready for aquatic animals, which I hope that it now holds true. Yeah, guys, you can actually tell I'm hoping that there can be some hype. I really do hope. We all need it. But yeah, let's end this with a little question for you guys. Did you enjoy the African area in Yosemite? I know it was, so to say, the last area that was more or less missing. And now I really hope that you guys are happy. Please let me know in the comments down below how you liked this area, and also what's your favorite habitat, as we've spoken about. And then let me know also about the leaks and stuff. What are you most excited for? Is there any semi-aquatic animal what you would love to be added to the list? Because as we know, the sun bear potentially is not part of the upcoming update because it just does not fit in there. So that leaves us to 3 animals, but as we know that Frontier usually gives us 4 animals plus Exhibit 1. Fill the list in. Let me know what would be the 2 additions you would have to the list of penguin, seal, and giant otter. What would be the 4th one, and what would be a habitat animal that you could imagine? And maybe does this lead to the fact we get, instead of a normal habitat, a tank where we can exchange some animals? Who knows? Let me know in the comments down below. For now, that's it. Peace out. Have a great Wednesday, and in case you want to catch me live, go to my Twitch channel and follow me there. You're gonna see me live tonight, so in just a few hours, I'll be live there streaming Yosemite Valley, so in case you want to jump ahead and see what I've done already, you got to see that there. So, have a good one, stay safe everyone, and goodbye.